Yo guys, thanks for tuning in. My name is Eternize and today I'm going to show you how to get the perfect low end for your hardstyle kicks. And on the note of hardstyle kicks, I do offer high quality sample packs with complete kicks, kick tails, lead presets and so on. Check out the link in the description. Okay, so we all know the struggle of getting the low end right when creating a hardstyle kick. More often than not, the low end needs some major adjustments, or perhaps you even need to replace the low end entirely with a sine wave from a synth. But my problem with replacing the low end is that now you have two different sources of material that you try to piece together to make one sound. You only do this out of necessity, and I promise you that 100% of the time you'll get a better result if you can manage to do this in a single sound instead. So, in the pursuit of improving my own kicks, I made it my mission to figure out a way to create the cleanest low end possible in one piece. And in order to do so, we need to start with sort of a target profile for the low end. Luckily, in hardstyle today, the low end profile is very predictable, with only very few variations in between artists. So let's analyze a bit. When I'm talking about the low end profile, this is what I mean. We have the root note, in this case in the key of F, and then we have a number of following harmonics, shifting from even harmonics to odd harmonics. And largely what determines the sound of the low end is the amplitude of the set of odd harmonics relative to the even harmonics. This is sort of the profile you get when you distort the shit out of a sine wave, as we do in hardstyle. But then again, to get it dialed in to be usable in an actual hardstyle kick, you need to make all sort of compromises. So this is what I came up with. Load up any synthesizer with adjustable wavetable. In this case I use Silent 1 because that's what I'm most familiar with. First up, we create the even harmonics. We do so by loading a simple square wave with a single voice. Remember to activate the retrigger option. This is creating the root note and all of the even harmonics. Next, activate the second oscillator and load up a sawtooth wave to create the odd harmonics. If your synth doesn't have two oscillators, simply load up a second instance of the synth. Now, the sawtooth wave is making both odd and even harmonics, but because the even harmonics are added perfectly on top of the square wave, we only see the odd harmonics emerging. This, of course, sounds nothing like the low end we want, but with a few extra steps it will. First, invert one of the oscillators. This will create a slightly different phase between the two oscillators, which will make the even harmonics the louder ones, which is what we want. Next, load up an EQ and cut off all of the higher frequencies that we don't need. Now that we have a better feel for the low end, we can both hear and see that the odd harmonics are too loud if we compare it to our reference track. So we need to adjust this. And this is where the flexibility of this method really shines through. Go to the oscillator that controls the odd harmonics and simply lower the volume. Now, with a few extra adjustments to the volume, the low end is basically perfectly mixed for a hardstyle kick. All you need to add is a punch and something for the higher frequencies, and you have a complete and usable hardstyle kick. course, you can go in and make all your micro adjustments afterwards, but in my experience, this is by far the fastest and most reliable way of achieving a rock solid low end for your hardstyle kicks. You might find wavetables in synths like Serum that can produce similar results, but the big selling point of this method is the flexibility of being able to control the harmonics individually. That's unbeatable. So guys, if this helped you out and you want to support me, the best way to do so is by checking out my preset and sample packs with the link in the description. Also, liking the video and subscribing helps a lot. Thanks. I'll see you soon. Bye.